Hey, everybody. Hey, guys. Hi, how are you guys going? Welcome to MMW Day, and I'm your girl, Reg, and I'm joining you from Perth. And like I always say, life is good, God is great, and situations are awesome. When we go through situations and challenges in life, guess what? They make you unbeatable, unbreakable, and man, you are undefeatable. This is the African story, and I am so excited that you are joining me today. So wherever you're joining me from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and good day. You guys are welcome, and I'm super excited that you're here. If you missed last week recording of MMW, please, I encourage you to go and watch it. That recording is so beneficial, and it's called Mental Health Africa. Please go and watch it. Share the links to your friends. Share the links to everybody. It is fun. It was fun. I have my girl Precious on here, and guess what? This girl was the bomb. The girl was the bomb, and she just bobbed it up. The girl, she just broke some eggs. She cracked eggs, Precious cracked eggs, and you are going to see me and Precious doing this thing more often. Anyway, so today we are talking about self-care. Yeah. Yeah, Reg. So yeah, we are talking about self-care today. So what is self-care? We are talking about self-care and how it fits into mental health. All right? How does caring for yourself help you reduce depression? How does caring for yourself reduces anxiety? How does caring for yourself reduces panic attacks? So pretty much, how does caring for yourself, how does it fit into mental health, and how does it make you feel better? So yes, today we're talking about self-care. So what is self-care? Okay, what does it mean to care for yourself? All right. What does it mean to show yourself love? What does it mean to appreciate yourself? What does it mean, to love yourself internally? All right. What does it mean to love yourself internally? So I've come up, and keep in mind, I am not your teacher. All right. I am not an expert. I'm not a teacher. I am a student. Yeah, I'm your student. I'm ready to learn. I'm having a talk with you. I'm discussing with you, and I'm learning from you. Okay, we are all teachers, and we are all students. You are a student if you're willing to be teachable. Okay, I'm willing to be teachable. Therefore, I'm your student. So, what is self-love? What is self-care? Okay, self-care is when you, yourself, me, I, take time out to appreciate, to acknowledge, to love, and to spoil myself for all the things I am and for all the things I'm not. Okay? I want you to hear me on this one. What is self-love? Self-love is when you, yourself, me, I, take time out to appreciate, to acknowledge, to love, and to spoil myself for all the things I am and for all the things I'm not. Keep in mind, for all the things I'm not just loving myself. I'm not just appreciating myself. I'm not just, acknowledging myself. I'm not just spoiling myself because of all the things I am. Okay? I'm also doing all those things for all the things I'm not. Okay, I'm not all that glamorous, but hey, guess what? I still need a time out to look after myself, though. I'm not the most beautiful woman in the world, but hey, yeah, I know that. But I still need time out to acknowledge myself. I'm not rich, people don't like me. It's all good. But I still need time out, to spoil myself. Oh, you know what? There is too much negativity around me that people are projecting around me. Oh, yeah, that's all fine, sweetie. But I still need time out, okay? To love myself. I'm not all that. I'm too skinny. My head is too big. But yeah, I still need time out to love me. So you understand what self-care is? You understand what self-love is? Self-love is when me, myself, I, you, yourself, take time out, okay? After working so hard, after busting the bubbles, after doing everything that you ought to do, you turn the house upside down and you clean it up and you put it back where it belongs, and you just go like, you know what? I need time out to appreciate, to acknowledge, to love me, and to spoil myself for all the things I am and for all the things I'm not. So, how does this fit into mental health? How does self-love fit in with mental health? Well, I always have something that I say to people, and that is help yourself, help them. The only way you can help somebody who's going through depression is that if you are full enough, if you are mentally capable enough, if you are healthy enough mentally, that way you can help somebody who's going through depression. And how can you be healthy mentally? How can you be healthy internally? How can you be full enough to help somebody else? Well, how that happens is by practicing self love. You can practice to love yourself. You can practice to appreciate yourself. You see, every time you show yourself self care, okay, every time you practice self care, what it does to you is that it releases endorphins in your brain. So this endorphin increase your excitability and your well-being. Okay. So when endorphin is released in your brain, it makes you super excited. Okay. It makes you super excited. It makes you feel so good about yourself. And every time you start to feel excited about yourself, every time you start to feel good about yourself. So what that is doing pretty much is reducing your level of discomfort. It's reducing the pain. It's reducing stresses. So stresses are things that stress you. Negative things that create negative vibes, and those things stress you. So it releases those things that causes stress to you. When that excitement is released in your brain, and it starts to reduces your stress levels, start to reduce your discomfort, it start to reduce the pain that you're going through. And when those things are reduced, and when your excitability is increased, it start to show on the outside. Okay, people start to see the new you. It start to radiate. You start to become more radiant and more bright and more joyful and more susceptible to people around you. So when you show yourself love, okay, when you show yourself care, when you care for yourself, it renews you pretty much. Okay, it renews your mind and make you feel special because you are special. It removes the attention away from what people are supposed to do for you and what people are not doing for you, and they pretty much place the focus in your own self. It puts the focus on your own self. It places the power into your own hands, where you're looking at yourself now and saying to yourself, okay, what can I do for myself? What can I do to help me? What can I do to make myself feel better, So pretty much the power is in your hand, the control is in your hand. So you are not looking at people to make you feel happy. Okay, you're not looking at people to make you feel joyful. So you remove the power from the hands of people around you, and you put the power into your own hands. So therefore, you're responsible for making yourself feel better. That way, you're not waiting for validation. You're not waiting for somebody to validate you. You're not waiting for someone to make you feel special, because you've already made yourself feel special. So let's start with the little things first. How does this self-care fit in with depression? How does it fit in with anxiety? How does it fit in with panic attacks? It's a good question. First of all, I want you to understand that depression doesn't happen all of a sudden, okay? It's not something that happens suddenly. It builds over time, all right? Depression builds over time. All the hard work that you've been working so hard that you haven't had time to rest, it starts from there. It starts from you having, a lot of negative energy around you, and you haven't been able to express it. It starts from you having people projecting negativity onto you, and you not having, the time or the space to talk about it. It starts with, you feeling so horrible about yourself, and feeling like you're not good enough, that you are inadequate, and then it starts from there. It starts from all the horrible experiences. It starts from all the vibes that are not right. It starts from there. It doesn't happen all of a sudden. It's a gradual process. Depression is a gradual process. So when you go through all these things, you haven't had time to process them properly, boom, and then turn into depression, and all of a sudden you start feeling depressed, because now everything has weighed you down, and you're into that stage where you're feeling depressed. So why I'm talking about self-care today is because we need to get to a place where you love yourself before depression. Okay, so we need to come to a place where when you practice self-love, depression have no place to come into it. Does that make sense? When you practice self-love, when you practice self-care, it kind of takes you away from getting into a place of depression. What does that mean? Okay, if you're somebody who are pretty much wait for other people to do things for you, or wait for other people to give you validation before you feel better about yourself. When you start loving yourself, okay, when you start showing yourself care, okay, it prevents you from feeling negative about yourself because other people didn't validate you. All right. So when you start to validate yourself first, even if other people do, it wouldn't. Even if people don't, it doesn't matter to you because you are your number one supporter. Because you have validated yourself first. Because you have loved yourself first. Because you have cared for yourself first. So even if somebody doesn't do it for you, you won't feel depressed. It wouldn't get to you. It wouldn't steal your joy from you. Okay? So that's why self-care is very important, guys. It's very important that you be the first person to love yourself before anybody else does, because we can't depend on people to love us. Okay, we can't depend on people to show us love. So in the case of depression, for example, if you work so hard during the day or during the week, and you know, okay, I've bust my bubbles, I've worked so much, I've been looking after the family, I've been looking after myself, I've been looking after the kids, I've been going to school, no rest, to uni, no rest, and I've just been doing so many things that I don't have time for myself. That's where depression starts. It starts from there, not having time for yourself, not having time to properly love yourself and care for yourself. So what you can do in that instant, that will prevent you from getting into a depressive mode, or that will prevent you from, being anxious about things or getting into a panic attacks. This is what you do. You can do this twice a week or 3 times a week. So what you do is set up a calm environment. An environment that is so calm, environment that is welcoming, environment that is refreshing. Do that when the kids are gone to bed. Put them to bed. Okay, put those kids to bed. Those ninjas, put them to bed. If your husband is there or your spouse is there, just tell them, like, you know what, just leave me alone. Just go and hug the pillow and sleep. Okay, so put them to bed and create a calm environment for yourself. What does that mean? It means that turn the lights out. Turn the lights out. Light some candles. Put some candles on the side. Light them. Put a beautiful flower next to you where you can see it. Okay, flowers are so refreshing. Put some flowers next to you where you can see. Where you can see. Play a song, a relaxing song, okay? Or you can play the rain sound. Yeah, you can play the rain sound. It's so relaxing. Play the rain sound, or play some aromatic, or music that will help you relax. And when that song is playing, or when that sound is playing, try to relax, okay? Use that time to meditate, okay? It's either you get onto the floor, you meditate, or you get a cup of tea that relaxes your nerves. And remember, every time you do this, maybe twice a week or 3 times a week, you will realize that you will start to feel so much better. Because when you do that, and keep in mind that every time you're doing that, let it be with a purpose. That is, I am doing this for me. I am doing this to appreciate myself. I'm doing this to love myself. I am doing this to show myself attention, all right? So when you have that mindset, it helps you feel so much better. So you will realize by every time you go to bed, or before you go to bed, you'll feel so refreshed, and you'll feel so light, and you'll be ready for the next day. But if you don't want to listen to a slow song, this is what you can do. You can play a song and dance. Just dance the stress out of you. Dancing make you feel so much better. When you dance, again, like I said, it releases that excitability in your brain. It releases that endorphin. And when that endorphin is released, you feel so much excited. You feel like you're on top of the moon. But keep in mind that although you are dancing because of yourself, but you're also having other health benefits, and which are you're shedding weight. You're shedding weight at the same time as you're dancing. So it takes the nerves off of you. It helps calm your nerves. It helps relaxes you when you dance and release the stress out. It makes you feel better. Or you can get into a bathtub. Wow, I love bathtubs. Yeah, you can get into a bathtub. Put some bubble bath in there, and feel better by yourself. Get an apple juice in. Just take some apple juice and put it in a wine glass. And play a song that help you relax. You can do that. These are all ways to help you cope with depression, or to help prevent you from going into a depressive mode. So this is what I do with my son and I. Okay, I have my own tradition. Like I'm just out of this world. Never mind, don't blame me, okay? I have my own tradition. This is what I do, my boy and I. Okay. So every week we have something called our date night. Okay, so we have our date night. And I try not to work on the weekends because I need to make it up to this boy. So I try to work on the weekdays. If I'm working on the weekends, I don't work twice, 2 days in the weekend, on the weekends. I either work Friday or Saturday or not Friday. Anyways, you know what I mean. Yeah, something like that. And my boy and I, we have something called, we do ice cream days. We do ice cream day on our day. So we go out for ice cream, we buy ice cream, and we just eat ice cream, and we just, just get ourselves dirty with ice cream. And after eating ice cream, we have our date night. So what we do for date night, I get the blankets, and I put the blankets on the floor, I get the pillows on the floor, put a movie on, we just eat anything that is eatable. Yeah, yeah, that doesn't sound right. We eat anything that is edible. We just eat things, we eat anything, we play a movie, we dance 2 hours, and then we sleep late. So that's what we do for date night. Because I work so much, and my son starts to get grumpy, so I have to make it up to him. So you see, he feels better, and I'm better. Okay, everybody's happy. So I make up time to catch up with my boy. That makes me feel so good. And it makes him feel good as well that mom is there. Personally, on a personal level, I'm a bit weird, but hey, guess what? I'm okay. On a personal level, this is what I do for myself. On the last day of every working day, okay, say for example, I work from Sunday to Wednesday morning. On the last day of every working day, I make sure I take myself out for breakfast. Okay. So when I'm done working for the week, let's say Wednesday morning is my last day working on the weekend or on the weekday, I'll make sure I take myself for breakfast on a Wednesday morning. So after I come back from work in the morning, I take my son to daycare. I'm in my uniform. I'll go to the restaurant and I make sure I have breakfast. So what pretty much that means, I appreciate myself for working so hard during the week and for committing so much to family and for making sure I'm appreciated for my level of dedication. That's what I do. So at the end of every working day, every week, that's my tradition. I take myself out for breakfast. Another thing I do is that after I put my boy to bed every day, I have my me time, and it's called Regina in Monte Carlo. Okay? Don't you dare disturb me when I'm in Monte Carlo. So pretty much what that means is I'm at my favorite place. Okay? Monte Carlo is one of my favorite destinations. I would love to go there. I love that place. It is so rich and it's so beautiful. So I create my own space. And that space is called Regina in Monte Carlo. So when I am in Monte Carlo, don't you dare. Don't even try calling me. Don't even try. Just don't mess it up for me. Because that's my favorite place. Okay? So what I do when I'm in Monte Carlo, I light my candles. I get my apple juice or I get my wine. I buy my favorite meal and I will sit there, I will put my feet up, and I will just watch a movie. And every time I do that, I realize that at the end of every day, I feel so good. Every negative energy that I've been feeling the whole day, everything goes away. So are you trying to connect how, self-care fits in with mental health? Because when you're feeling depressed at the end of every day and you apply those rituals or you apply those traditions to yourself, you will realize that you will start to feel, you'll let go of the negative energy every day before you go to bed. All the negative energy will be let out. You will start to feel better by yourself because you know why? You are appreciating yourself. You are taking time to look after yourself. You're taking time to show yourself love. So when you wake up the next morning, you're awake and you're ready to start the day. All right. So these are the ways that you can show yourself love. These are the ways that you can appreciate yourself. That you can care for yourself without waiting for somebody to do that for you. Because if you wait for somebody to show you care, you will be disappointed. And when you are disappointed, if you're somebody who doesn't have strong resilience, it will lead to depression. It will lead to anxiety. It will lead to panic attacks. But when you show yourself love, when you appreciate yourself, you're kind of telling yourself, like, you know what, I think I've got it. So when somebody doesn't do it for you, you are not upset. You are not angry. You are not, expectant because you've already done that for yourself. You've already taught yourself how to care for yourself. But when somebody do it for you, it's a bonus. It's not really an expectation because you have pretty much fulfilled your expectation before the other person coming to fulfill your expectation. So if you want to get to reduce depression, or get rid of depression, or prevent depression from coming into your space or into your life, these are things that you can put into practice. For some of you, you might already have them in place, but for others that don't, these are the things you can do. Let's say, for example, on your birthday, okay? On your birthday, this is what I do for my birthday. Oh God, this is gonna be fun. This is what I do for my birthday. On my birthday, I buy myself a cake. I buy myself presents. I buy myself a new bed sheet. And just so you know, I buy bed sheets every day. Okay, my be- my bed sheets are good. They clean. They really clean. Okay, they're not dirty. Anyways, I buy bed sheets for myself every birthday, and I buy myself gifts, and I buy myself flowers. So what that taught me, this is something that I've adopted since I was in high school. Okay, since I was in high school, I realized to love myself, to appreciate myself, because of the so much negative energy that was surrounding me. I had to teach myself how to care for myself, so that those negative energy will not come in my space, so that those negative energy will not invade me and cause me to be depressed or make me feel negative about myself. So I had to teach myself self-care from a very early age, and that must have been around 16 years old or 17 years old. That's when I started all those practices. So what I do for my birthday, I'll do all those things. So when I wake up in the morning, happens to be my birthday, I will say a prayer. After saying a prayer, I will remove the old bed sheets from my bed, and I'll put the new bed sheets on. When I put the new bed sheets on, I will go out. I've already wrapped my present. I'll go out, have a beautiful day. But before I go out, I make sure I wish myself happy birthday first. Don't forget that. Say a prayer, put new cover sheets on my bed, wish myself happy birthday, and sing happy birthday to myself. All right. So at the end of the day, I'll come home and I will take out my cake and I will sing happy birthday and I'll blow my candle and I'll eat my cake. After eating my cake, I'll open my present for myself. After doing that, I'll also buy myself very good lingerie. I do. I buy myself lingerie, and after that, I will wear my lingerie and I will go to bed. I will get a wine and I will drink wine. I'll wear my lingerie and I'll play a movie. After playing the movie, I go to bed. So I have already made myself special, even before somebody coming to make me special. I know sometimes people are meant to make other people feel special, but the point is, you need to make yourself feel special before another person makes you feel special. So that when somebody doesn't do it, it doesn't hurt. Because you're not looking up to them to do it. You're looking up to you to make yourself special. You're making up to you to validate yourself. You're looking up to you to make yourself feel better, to put yourself in a better place, to get rid of the negative energy, and to create your own space. So these are all practices that one can put in place to prevent depression, to prevent anxiety, to prevent panic attacks, to prevent mental illness, so that they don't escalate into chronic mental illness. I hope this video is useful for somebody today, because it's always been useful for me. Self-love is a big thing. Self-care is a big thing. Love yourself first, okay? It is not selfish to love yourself. Be your first love. Love yourself first, and you can project that love onto other people, all right? So you don't need validation from somebody. You are your own validation. You are your own validation. You are your own person. So you need to take charge of your life. You need to do the little things. You don't have to be fancy. You don't have to take yourself out to the hotel. Start with the little things that will ease your negativity. Start with the little things that will remove the negativity out of your environment. Okay, for some people, disconnect yourself from people who are negative, from people who bring negative energy into your space. Disconnect yourself from those people, and make friends with people that bring positivity to you. sorry, people who bring positivity to you, people who make you feel better, people who tell you the truth in a good way, people who see the best in you and who are willing to work with you to bring the best out of you. Okay, because having people or having negative people in your space can also lead to depression. Okay, keep that in mind. Having negative people in your space, can also lead to depression because all they tell you is negativity. All you hear is negativity. So take charge of your life, self care. Be the first person to show yourself love. Be the first person to care for yourself, and you'll see how your life will turn out. You see what direction your life turn to.